questions?
You know, we've had 3 good days of work. Our guys have jumped right back out there, and it's been really positive. Lots of energy. These guys have practiced really good all year, continue to improve, see the improvement, see a lot of development with the younger guys. We've had a lot of opportunity to work younger guys throughout the season, and it's showing. We're getting more depth, whether it's a young guy or it could be an older guy that is just now getting it. So that's good to see. Got a tremendous challenge this week in South Carolina. When you look at them and look at their body of work and who they've played just in our conference, talk about beating Georgia. It really should have been 24-24 at halftime against Alabama. They had the ball on the 1-inch line or 2-inch line there right before the half and had a fake field goal called back, so it should be tied at half, and it wasn't. Was leading Florida going into the fourth quarter. So these guys have a really good football team. Offensively have really done a nice job running the football. A lot of pin pull plays, a lot of counters, created some explosive plays in the throw game. Defensively, Coach Muschamp's teams are always going to play good defense. They're really good up front. Probably one of the better teams that we faced this year up front. Got some really good football players that have lots of experience, old guys. When you look at them in the back end, lots of guys that, we were involved in recruiting over the years, so know a lot about them. Really good football players, great ball skills, got good returners, good speed on their cover teams, and good kickers. So we got to be at our best. It's a great opportunity. I know that our guys are excited every time we get a chance to play in Neyland Stadium, experience the ball walk, running through the tee, the passion of our fan base, how much that our fans have affected the game this season has been tremendous, and our guys are excited about the opportunity to play in front of our fans again. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Two things, Coach. First, with the experience that you've talked about at lots of different positions, but specifically on defense that you've been able to get throughout the year, has that allowed you to expand your calls defensively and what you put on the plate of your players with them having more experience? And then two, how have you felt like your wide receivers have done against press coverage this year?
Well, defensively has been it's been an unusual year. In fall camp, we had a really great base during spring ball, summer, fall camp. We lose 3 or 4 players at the beginning of the year, and to find a way to get our best players on the field, we moved some guys around, so it probably made us go backwards defensively, and we really had to water down a whole lot. As we get some of these guys back, it has enabled us to kind of go back to our foundation of what our kids know. Unfortunately, last weekend with Henry not playing the first half and Daniel being removed there early in the second quarter, we kind of had to go back and be a little simpler there for a little bit. But Quavaris Crouch is a guy that had started at inside backer, then we moved him to outside backer to kind of give him an opportunity to play more, and then moved him back. So with that, he knows the concepts and can play, but the longer you do something, the better you get at it, right? So, and he'll continue to do that. It's only going to help him in his career and create value for him. So as the season has progressed here, we are able to do a little bit more. But probably from a schematic standpoint, especially on third down, that's probably where you see the biggest part that we've been watered down a little bit, is just moving guys back and forth and really not having enough depth to just kind of plug and play at each position.
And then the receivers in press coverage?
I think our guys in press coverage, because we do a lot of it ourselves, and working against our guys, and in this league, you're going to see it. We'll see it again this weekend. So you got to win at the line of scrimmage. We have big guys, so they have an opportunity when they get on top of people to use their catch radius, and so that I think they've done a nice job with that.
David and Steve.
Jeremy, where would you, or how would you describe where Brian's at and sort of the diagnosis and recovery for his injury?
Say it again.
How would you describe where Brian is in his sort of diagnosis or recovery for him?
Well, I just go by what the doctors tell me. So I trust our medical staff. Chris Klink does an outstanding job, okay? And, right now he's not practiced this week, so I said he was doubtful today. So they'll go through the process and give him the best medical care that there possibly can be out there. With all of our players, we have great doctors here at the university, but just like anywhere else I've been, you always, if there's a specialist somewhere, you send somebody to look and see. We've done it with Trey. We've done it with other players since we've been here, so we'll continue to do that. We want the best care for our players, and we can provide it. And if there's something that we think that we need to send somebody somewhere else, we will. So, but I've not talked to Chris today, so as we gather more information, I'll let you guys know.
Steve and then Blake.
Just from the matchups you've had with Will Muschamp, I'm just wondering, is there a common thread with his teams when they kind of take on his personality? What kind of defines a Muschamp-coached team?
I think his guys play hard. Always have. When going all the way back when he was a defensive coordinator at LSU and Auburn, and then went to Texas and became the head coach at Florida. I mean, his guys always play hard, sound, tackle well. They're gonna get after you. So, I mean, that's the way he was as a player. So I think they do take on his personality.
Blake and then Patrick and Wes.
Jeremy, do you expect to have Latrell Bumpus and then Jameer Johnson available for this week?
Jameer he's been able to participate in practice. He did last week. He's really recovered really fast from his procedure. So we held him out. He was ready to play probably last week for a limited amount of snaps, but the way the game went, the guys were playing really well, so we chose to hold him out, which has been good for him. He's continued to develop and get stronger and gain confidence, so he should be available this week. And Latrell, he'll be questionable for Saturday.
Jeremy, it looked like Jalen McCullough played quite a bit the other night. Just kind of how has his development gone during the season, and how close is he to being a guy that can help you guys more often in the secondary?
Well, he's played off and on as the year has went. A lot of people don't know he had a little foot surgery in the off season that kind of hampered him a little bit during fall camp, and he's kind of getting his legs back under him a little bit. Just looking at our GPS numbers yesterday at practice, is the fastest that he's ran since he's been here. So it's good to see. It's probably some of it he's gaining a little bit of confidence in what he's doing based off the reps. But he's a guy that we've asked to play 4 different positions in the secondary, and there's very few freshmen that can do that, but he can. So he'll continue to play a lot of ball.
Jimmy, is the plan with Jared and JT just to let them compete throughout the week and then announce something Saturday, or is there anything you can say about what that decision-making process is?
Well, we still have a lot of prep time between now and Saturday. We got 3 days of work here. There's still a lot that we do, so we'll sit down as a coaching staff and we'll make a decision what we feel like gives us the best opportunity to have success.
As just a follow-up there, Jeremy, what have you seen from JT this week as he's kind of gotten probably the most reps in terms of working with the ones that he's had since he's been at Tennessee?
Well, he's excited, like anybody would be. JT is a really hard worker. He continues to develop, learning exactly how to play the position. I think Coach Winkie and Coach Chaney have done a nice job developing the young man. I mean, he continues to grow as a quarterback. We don't see it because he's not had an opportunity to really play in many games, but he'll get an opportunity Saturday, and we'll see where he's at.
Coach, in this upcoming game Saturday, do you see this game being crucial for bowl eligibility or even a postseason aspiration? Do you see this, kind of like urgency on Saturday in terms of you guys wanting to make a bowl?
Well, for us, every game there's a sense of urgency, right? So, we as players, these guys do a whole lot of work during January, February, all the way through spring ball, summer conditioning, fall camp, for really 12 opportunities. So you want to take advantage of every one of them. Our guys are gaining confidence as the season goes. I feel like as a team we're playing our best football now, which we should. We should continue to improve every week. And, the big thing for us is we got to find a way to win a game. Did a nice job 2 weeks ago. We need to find a way this week. We're playing against a really good football team, maybe one of the better teams we've played this year. So we've got to be at our best.
There have been fans on social media who have said that they would boo and or boycott Tennessee if Jarrett Garantino starts on Saturday. I guess what would your response be to those fans?
Can you say it again?
There were fans on social media who were saying that they would boo or not watch Saturday's game if Garantino does start for Tennessee. I guess what would your response be to those fans?
Well, here's what I'll say is just in my time here at the University of Tennessee as coach and my time as a coach at other schools participating against the University of Tennessee and as a player, you're not going to find a more passionate fan base than the fans at the University of Tennessee. I have a hard time believing that when it comes down to game time, everybody's wanting to win. I think they trust the fact that we're going to play the players that give us the best chance to win and have success. So I think when South Carolina comes on the field, they'll probably be booing. And I think when South Carolina has the ball, they'll be loud, just like they have every game. And they'll support our players and continue to do that.
Any other questions?